What's up, guys? I guess I'll have a little vlog on what happened at Apex. I said I was gonna vlog it on stream, but it turns out I didn't really want to do that. So I went there. It was cool, but a lot of people know from Twitter now that it was an absolute disaster. So here's my little pass thing, I guess, competitive pass. What happened was, okay, I got there at 7:30 in the morning. Registration started at 8 a.m. Today is Friday, by the way, Friday, January 30th. It is currently 11:55 a.m., so it's right about noon, and I'm home right now, which I shouldn't be. So I was planning on being there pretty much all day, from 7 a.m. to like 10 at night. But then I get there, I'm just chilling, and then when they open registration, I get registered, I grab my lanyard thing, whatever this is, and I get in, and then I go down towards the Smash Wii U room, and it's chill, but there's like nobody there, and that's not really the point. But I was just playing friendlies for about like an hour or so, and then like at 9, like while I'm playing these friendlies, the fire alarm goes off, but nobody reacts. They're like, oh no, somebody's fucking around. And apparently, don't quote me on this, but apparently someone opened like an emergency exit door or like pulled the fire alarm. Something went off, so that all these fire marshals ended up coming, and in the middle of these friendlies, they get super serious. There are so many people in this room now, and they just say, get out, we gotta get out, even though the fire alarm wasn't even going off at that point. So I just grab everything, throw it in my bag, and I get out of there. Everyone's crowded inside. It wasn't outside that we were staying. We were staying in like the main like lobby area almost. And everyone's like packed in there. Like I saw like Shofu and like Nairo and all these and Mango and all these people, but then they're just standing there, and we're waiting, and then what apparently they were saying was that the Smash Wii U and N64 and Brawl room was condemned because there was a parking garage that collapsed there. So I think we were fine, but then someone activated that fire alarm somehow. Fire marshals came in, then deemed that room condemned and made us all evacuate. And then they checked the melee room as well, and the melee room was huge, and then eventually they're kicking everybody out of there too, and then I'm just confused at this point, and then so I just went over to the Splatoon room, and Splatoon is awesome. I thought it was really cool to look at. Took a couple pictures. I guess I'll throw them up on the screen. But what I was doing, like, there were like 8 screens, and they were all playing multiplayer on 8 Wii U's, and these like Nintendo people were like handing out lanyards and stuff, like all this cool stuff. And I'm like next to go in line. I'm like so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play Splatoon. I'm gonna get this awesome Nintendo lanyard with like Smash characters on it. That's great. I don't care about Smash right now. That'll be back in a little bit. But then, as I'm about to start, the fire marshal comes in yelling. It says, "Everyone needs to get out right now. Go to your room if you have a room. If you don't have a room, then leave." So I didn't get my lanyard. I didn't play Splatoon. I didn't play in Smash, and like, just bad timing for everything for me. But it's not really what happened to me that's important here. So apparently what ended up happening is the fire marshals came in. Obviously they found that the room was condemned because they knew about the parking garage from like the week earlier. And then D1 retweeted a tweet. I forget who it is, but he said that the fire marshals and like the cops were just like writing up the hotel for so much, saying they didn't have permits, there were way too many people there, they weren't allowed to have that many people there, so they're getting tickets and for breaking all these different laws and like rules and whatnot. So that's the hotel's problem, I guess. Can't really say it's Apex's fault, but at the same time they should have double checked on all that stuff. They know all these people are coming, they know they should have all these like permits and stuff, but that is on the most part the hotel's part. It's not Apex's fault for anything, guys. So if you're blaming Apex, that's not what it is right now. Like, everyone's trying to be helpful, but at the same time, like, the Nintendo workers were clueless, the Apex staff were obviously clueless as to what was going on, because all these fire marshals and like cops are just yelling like, get out, get out, get out. So that's what happened. Someone pulled the alarm activated, and they all came down, made us evacuate because the room was condemned. Ended up checking everything else, and then figured out that we didn't, that Clarion Hotel didn't like have these permits, and we're breaking all these kinds of laws and whatnot, so we had to get out of there. So they said, you know what, if you have a room, go up to your room. If you don't, you need to get out right now and just start walking. I don't want you by the building right now, you just have to leave. So they're kicking out everybody, and we're walking, and there's just a huge crowd of people, so I'm just like, okay, let me just walk this way. Took a right turn out of the street that the hotel is on, and I just kept walking, and we went maybe like a little less than a mile, and we stopped at this hospital, and everyone's disappearing. I'm like, what's happening? Then there's a parking lot there, and everyone parked there, and me, I wanted to drive there, but my mom insisted this morning because it was snowing that she drive, so she dropped me off there. But that turned out to be like the most unfortunate thing today. I get there, and and everyone's just getting into their cars, and I'm like, wow, I don't have anywhere to stay now. And I know that there's like a Dunkin' Donuts nearby, but I walked the wrong way. And there are these two kids too. One's 9 years old, the other I would guess maybe a little like more than that, but obviously younger than me. These kids. And I'm like, and they turned around, and I'm like, yeah, I have to turn around too. I need somewhere to stay. And I called my mom, and my sister ended up picking me up. She's the one who just drove me home today, and like right now. And then I come up to these kids. I'm like, hey, how are you guys getting home? And like, how you guys get here? They're like, our parents are at a funeral. Like, we don't have a ride until 10 p.m. And keep in mind at this point it's like 11:30 ish. And I'm like, okay guys, do you have money or anything? And they're like, one of the kids has $5, but I don't have anything. And then I'm like, you know what, let's get something to eat. So we walked down. I'm like, oh, there's a Wendy's nearby, let's go to Wendy's. But it turns out there was Wendy's, Dunkin' Donuts, Subway. So we just went into Subway because that's what they wanted. I got them Subway. And these kids, I could tell, like, maybe might have been a little paranoid that I was some like pedophile, like creeper kidnapper dude. But I was like, yeah, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, SlickScizor, all this stuff, and then I get them their food, got some subs at Subway and chips and whatnot, and then my sister got there to pick me up, so I said, you know what guys, good luck, don't be stupid, pass on the love, and because I could see how grateful they are. That's why I do these kinds of things, because it's so blessing when you see somebody who's really appreciative and thankful for something that you did. And something that I did was all I did was spend $15 on them, get some Subway for them. And I just want to spread this message as a Taekwondo instructor who cares for a lot of these morals and whatnot, that you should pass it on too. Don't okay, so I had my wallet, I had a lot of money in my wallet, so I wasn't like close on losing cash or anything, but I had $20 to go eat, and these kids didn't have food, and they have to last till 10 p.m. You can use $15 to go get yourself a damn amiibo, or you can help these kids actually do something. So spread the word. Like, be smart with your money. You know what's more worth it: getting one amiibo for yourself, or helping these two kids get food and help them to last through the day before they get picked up. And thankfully, he just found me on Twitter after I tweeted out a picture that I took with them. I think he's going to a hotel, the Apex Hotel again, and he's gonna stay in someone's room. So thankfully they're okay. They have somewhere to stay for the next hopefully 10 hours, since it's noon now. So that's my story on what happened at Apex and what happened with me at Apex. So just bad timing for me, and then it was just really blessing with those kids. Their names were Christian and Eduardo. I think Eduardo might have lied to me about his name because his Twitter says otherwise. But anyway, that's what I had to say for today. That's to inform you what happened at Apex, and also to try to spread some love. Alright guys, we all have money. We all don't like spending money on other people, but you know when it's necessary, and you know when you have to do that. So that's my time for today. Thank you guys. I'll end it off with a picture right here, I guess, right here, that I took with these two kids right before I ran out to my sister's car. I guess I could have given them a ride home, but my sister's salty as fuck, and I hope they're in a better place. Not the heaven kind of better place. You know what I mean by that. So that was my day today. Hopefully, so Apex is completely canceled all weekend. Apparently, they're trying to get something going, but they're gonna announce in a couple hours from when I'm recording this video on BG Bootcamp what's gonna go down. So hopefully everything will be well. But stay safe, everybody. Whether you're going to Apex or staying, or just marveling at the fact that it got canceled and laughing at us. It's not funny though, like really, that was the most inconveniencing thing ever. I'm just happy I got to get some positive experience out of it with those kids. So I'm rambling. Have a good one, everybody. And I'm not even going to end with my cheesy ending this time. Have a good one.